Tonight on News 13.
The city of Hazleton has no money, which means a lot of workers could be laid off. I'll have that story coming up.
If your holiday plans have you hitting the highway, PennDOT wants to give you some holiday traveling tips to ensure your safety.
With Small Business Saturday just around the corner, I'll take a look at exactly how important small businesses are to the local economy.
This is News 13 Now.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to News 13 Now. I'm Matthew Petrillo. Kathy Bazinski is off. The financial struggle of City Hall confirmed during yesterday's press conference, where Hazleton's mayor announced he will stop paying city workers and vendors if City Council doesn't come up with a solution for a $500,000 deficit in the budget. As Samantha Galvez tells us, some city employees plan to go work even if they're not paid.
Because this is our final month, has now ran the city out of money. The city has only a certain amount of money left till the end of the year.
No money means police, firefighters, and employees who plow snow would continue working without pay. Some city employees won't be working at all.
No firemen, policemen, or pretty much anybody in the city will get paid.
At yesterday's news conference, Mayor Joseph Iannuzzi said that because City Council didn't approve a stormwater collection fee at its last meeting, the city of Hazleton is still short $500,000. Many employees are asking the big question, why did they wait to tell them now? I spoke with several employees at City Hall who did not want to go on camera, but they told me what upsets them the most is having this happen around the holidays. Employees say they were caught off guard by the news and felt that these issues should have been taken care of a long time ago.
These issues have been on the table for 11 months now, and again, we're in the last-second panic mode. And
while the city of Hazleton is expected to shut down for at least a month or more, firefighters and police officers say they will continue working to protect the city.
We got a job to do. We have to continue to, work for our citizens that support us each and every day. We will not jeopardize public safety. That's one important thing that I want to assure everyone.
They say that regardless of no pay, it's their responsibility to help the community.
We're still coming to work. We have a responsibility to the to the community, to the citizens of Hazleton, and we're going to fulfill that commitment.
The mayor says that if the city doesn't come up with the money this week, workers could be furloughed and the city could shut down as early as December 2nd. Council is scheduled to meet again on December 6th.
You ensure the public that they're going to be safe. That the firemen, the policemen are going to be working, they're going to be out there protecting the residents like we do each and every day.
Samantha Galvez, News 13, Hazleton.
And the herd continues outside of Hazleton. The former mayor of Hazleton, now Congressman, told News 13 today, tough times calls for tough decisions. Congressman Barletta, the former mayor of Hazleton, told News 13 the city's financial struggles are felt throughout the country and could be caused by the descending economy. Congressman Barletta dealt with Hazleton's lack of revenue during his time in office. He says he dealt with the issue the best way possible. He worked to find one revenue source to help the city get through every year, but he says the only way he sees the city getting out of debt is making long-term goals and tough decisions.
It needs to be a big plan for the future because trying to get by year after year, it's very difficult to do. And right now, because the economy is so bad, people cannot afford to pay higher taxes, and it just, even that won't be enough to get the city through what has to happen.
Barletta says the worst thing the city could do now is raise taxes on the community. PennDOT workers are clearing roadways today after the first substantial snowfall of the season. Now they're reminding drivers to be extra cautious with the changing road conditions, especially during the holiday season. PennDOT is partnering with the Pennsylvania State Police and local municipalities in their Operation Safe Holiday. The two-part operation starts this Thanksgiving with a Click It or Ticket campaign. Then in December, police will be back out patrolling with their Drive Sober campaign. PennDOT workers have been on the road since last night, plowing and salting to make sure the roads are as safe as possible. With more than 45 million people traveling this holiday season, drivers should always take precaution driving down back roads and highways, especially with the changing weather.
So the road right in front of your driveway, right in front of your house, may not be plowed right away. We always prioritize. We start with the interstates and work our way down, and we are getting to those more rural back roads. But you need to be careful because when you go out, it may be that the road in front of your house is okay, but another road is not. So that's why it's so important to be prepared as you're going out.
If you want more information about safe driving or like updates on road conditions, you can visit at the website on your screen. Yesterday, we told you how Black Friday was increasingly creeping into Thursday. Well, a new post-Thanksgiving tradition is also happening, but on Saturday. It's called Small Business Saturday, and downtowns in our area are gearing up for it. I went to Pottsville to find out what's happening there. American Express first launched Small Business Saturday back in 2010. But this is the first year Pottsville's participating. The library will have local authors reading from their work. Christmas carolers will bring some holiday cheer with their singing. And Mama Millie's Bakery will have an open house.
I know we're decorated for Christmas. I'm sorry to the pilgrims. They're very important to us. Thanksgiving is very important. But we have to move right to Christmas because Thanksgiving's late.
Mama Mildred Kennedy owns this bakery in Pottsville and has been cooking up delicious eats in Skook for more than 3 decades. She says small businesses are the center of any local economy.
Support your local people because your local people are the ones that support you.
Shopping locally, I think, means a lot to any business person, whether it be small or somewhat small. Keeping it local is great instead of going out of the area.
Christopher Figueredo has worked in this tobacco store in Pottsville for 14 years and says giving back to the local economy improves the quality of life for everyone who works and lives here.
You give back to your local business gives back to the economy, and it helps everybody thrive and grow in general, not only for the public but for the businesses itself, and helps make more businesses want to come into the area.
Small Business Saturday is a great idea because we do feel like we get lost in the shuffle of the major retailers, especially this time of year. Their ads, we can't compete with all that, but we can compete with giving personalized service and good products and bringing money back to our community.
American Express is upping the ante this year in an attempt to motivate shoppers to get to stores Saturday. They'll give a $10 credit to patrons who register their cards at shopmall.com. That's a pretty easy $10 for you. Well, still ahead on News 13, flurries are falling. We'll tell you if the snow will last through the holiday shopping weekend in News 13 weather. But first, the YMCA holds a pre-Thanksgiving Day feast for the little pilgrims. That story and much more news when the 13 crew comes right back.
You're watching News 13 now, local and loving it.
Some kids at the YMCA daycare in Hazleton celebrated Thanksgiving a little early today. Their parents pitched in to make the children a gravy-filled lunch, so I stopped by for a little taste test. They may be little, but don't let their looks deceive you. These little ones can eat, and today's pre-Thanksgiving lunch proves just that.
We've been talking about Thanksgiving for about the past 2 weeks, reading stories, doing arts and crafts projects. So today they're learning about sharing and about the first Thanksgiving and what they're thankful for.
These tiny pilgrims had plenty to be thankful for.
I'm thankful for my family, teacher, and my teachers.
You don't want
a turkey.
You're thankful for a turkey? While they had some traditional Thanksgiving favorites.
We asked the parents to bring in everything, stuffing, the turkey, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, whatever they wanted to bring in.
They ate everything they'd eat on Thanksgiving Day and more. That's because these children come from a slew of backgrounds.
I mean, we have a big Latino population, but we also have other different populations, German, Romanian and stuff like that. So we ask the parents if they have any special ethnic dish that they prepare, if they want to bring that in. So on top of the traditional Thanksgiving foods, we also have empanadas, and we have some chicken and rice today too.
These kids know the true meaning of Turkey Day. From their family's kitchen table to yours, these kids want to wish you one thing. Happy Holiday! The kids say they can't wait to celebrate at home too. Now, if your school or daycare is also celebrating Thanksgiving a little bit early, we want to hear from you. Share your photos with us on our Facebook page, and we might put it on the air. Just search for News 13 SSPTV. Now, church members in Mahanoy celebrated their community today during an annual Thanksgiving breakfast fundraiser. The Mahanoy Ministry Association hosted a Thanksgiving meal at St. Mary's Center to help raise money for local families who are in need this holiday season. This is the 20th year the church community held the fundraiser. Plenty of people came out to enjoy a delicious breakfast. Tickets cost about $8 a piece, and the breakfast included some coffee, orange juice, eggs, bacon, and toast. Looks yummy, right? And of course, it's all for a good cause. All proceeds will go towards helping feed the hungry and homeless in the area.
Great, really, to have our community come together like it is, especially in this inclement weather. It really shows you the faith of these people and how much it means to them. It means a a lot to our community every year to have this Thanksgiving breakfast. It's one of the things that I've been privileged to participate in since I started here a few years ago.
Any income or donations that are brought in we use to help the poor in the area. During the holidays especially is when people need extra help if they're having hard times, and so we try to help.
If you couldn't make it to the breakfast and still want to donate, you can always stop by any of the churches in Mahanoy. We'll have a list at our website, SSPTV.com.
Time now for News 13 weather.
Tonight's local and loving it weather shot is on Hunter Highway near Drums. The cars are buzzing by. Just another reminder to be careful on the roads. That slushy ice mix can be dangerous. Checking the National Weather Radar Service, a wet, wintry mix moving through the area today. That snowy slush will continue into the overnight, so please be careful on the roads. Here's News 13 weather from the National Weather Service. First for Greater Hazleton for tonight, those snow flurries change into heavy freezing rain. Temperatures stay above freezing, a low around 40 degrees. Tomorrow, a breezy and rainy morning. That will change to a rain and snow mix after 4, high near 41. Blustery overnight, rain and snow will continue, then a chance of flurries between midnight and 1 a.m. with a low around 22 degrees. Thanksgiving Day, windy, but the sun will be shining. That's good news with a high near 24. Then at night, partly cloudy with a low around 15. Friday, sunny with a high near 27. At night, mostly clear with a low around 15. For Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 29. Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 22 degrees. Heading on over to Schuylkill County tonight, expect freezing rain, a little bit of ice accumulation. Temperatures will stay above freezing with a low around 44 degrees. Wednesday will be breezy, rain earlier in the day, with possible snow showers at night. Temperatures fall below 21 degrees. Thanksgiving, it's going to be sunny again, high near 28 degrees at night, low around 18. Friday, sunny, high near 31 degrees at night, low around 19 degrees. And finally, for Saturday, it's going to be a high of 34, then a low will be 25 degrees. Check those winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you play the daily number 079, the big 4, 6435, Quinto 90647, Treasure Hunt 310, 18, 20, 21. Hope you won.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy 30th birthday to Missy Dirk Hole. She's from Hazleton. This wish comes with love from your family and friends. Tonight's Talk of the Town report, the Holy Door Mission Friary will be holding a used book sale Saturday, November 30th. From 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., they will be featuring $2 books, and from 3 to 4 p.m., they will be featuring Buy the Box deals. Friary is located on Route 93 in Cybertsville. For more info, please call 570-788-1212, extension 402. And finally, there will be a Christmas concert by the Gary McCready Ensemble Saturday, November 30th at the Sovereign Majestic Theater in Pottsville. Tickets are just $12. Call for more info. 570-628-4647. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Mary D. Postupak of McAdoo. Funeral will be held Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 9 p.m. And also Margaret Mraz, formerly of Hazleton. Arrangements are under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home.
This is News 13 Sports.
If you had any doubt that the winter basketball and sports season is coming up, all you had to do is be around town today, because it certainly is looking and feeling winterish. And in, well, a little bit more than a week, we will have all these winter sports starting. And one of the ones that gets a lot of attention, boys basketball. And the word out of Cougar Town this year is that Mike Joseph and company are going to be pretty darn good. Expectations are high, and with good reason. This is a team that's bringing back a lot of veteran players, and so the coach, knowing that, pretty excited to get things going.
We have a great cast of guys coming back that played a lot last year, led by third-team All-State Sal Biazzi, who has a chance to become the all-time leading scorer in school history. And you know, from Kyle Carmonico, this is his 4th year in the program. Brett Barron had a breakout year last year. Will Herrero just does so many great things for us. And John Fogarty, nobody worked harder than him in the offseason. And Chris Woodring provides so much for us. Hunter Samick's improved a lot, grown some. And Mark, as a senior, has worked really hard to be here for a third year. So we have a great group coming back, and I thought if we're going to do this, it's a great time to do it, and they worked really, really hard in the offseason.
Now, first things first, Cougars want to win the Wyoming Valley Conference. They're defending champs, and they want to make sure that they take care of that first. A lot of people are automatically saying Cougars are going to win the division. It's not quite that easy, even when you're the favorites. Mike Joseph is well aware of that.
I think the league is super balanced. From Tunkhannock with 3 starters back to Wyoming Valley West with 3 really good guards back to Pittston, who has a big guy, a good point guard, and some shooters back. Obviously, Crestwood has most of their cast back. So I think the league is going to be really, really good. And, we want to get ourselves ready in these 7 exhibition games against some of the toughest competition we've played early on, probably since I've been here. So we've worked really, really hard since April to get to this point. We're excited to start today as a group for the first time. As I told the guys in the locker room before we came out, how fast we become a team is going to be on them.
Now, down the road, this team is going to have a lot of expectations throughout the entire year, but, let's take a look right now. In the preseason, what are the keys to this Cougar team being exactly what Joseph wants? He has some ideas.
We have to get better defensively. We scored so well last year, the highest scoring team in school history, almost 70 points a game, that on the nights where we weren't so successful, it's because our defense let us down. We've got to really become a better defensive unit, 5 guys, whether we're pressing, whether we're playing half-court man, whether we're playing some matchup zone. This is a group that I think has to really buckle down, become a better defensive team as a unit, and I think, we still have the capability to score a lot of points. So if we can score points and become a better defensive team, I think that bodes really well for us.
Now, to show you how these things can be, Will Hierro, returning starter from last year, he had surgery yesterday on his foot, broke it during practice and kind of just a regular drill, just one of those things that happens. He is going to be gone till at least the mid part of January. So this is just what we're talking about. Nothing should be taken for granted, but this Cougar team should have an exciting year. Should be a lot of fun. So we'll keep an eye on the Cougars all season long. Well, from the locals, let's go to the national scene. And last night, the San Francisco 49ers bounced back after their loss a week ago. They, no contest, ran away from things, and the Washington Redskins, who are just really dreadful this year, RG3 having one of those sophomore slumps, and Redskins just absolutely going nowhere. National Hockey League, the Bruins skate by Pittsburgh 4-3. The Tampa Bay Lightning shut out the Rangers 5-0, and the Flyers get upended by Florida by a score of 3-1.
The holidays collide this year for Rabbi Michael Miklin of the Agudas Israel Synagogue. As Samantha Galvez tells us, it's just another reason to be thankful.
It's a very rare occurrence that Thanksgiving and Hanukkah coincide.
So rare it hasn't happened in nearly 100 years. The day now termed Thanksgiving may not happen again for at least 79,000 years.
Is there a connection between Thanksgiving and Hanukkah? Yes, in the sense that on both occasions we're giving thanks.
So how do you celebrate such a unique occasion?
We are having, on Friday night, we're having our Thanksgiving leftover. So we'll be gathering and having potato pancakes, which is the traditional food, and leftovers from Thanksgiving, and just getting together.
Rabbi says that whenever a miracle happens in our lives, the natural impulse is to give thanks.
The original story of Hanukkah was the victory of the Maccabees over the Roman Greek, the Syrian Greek. It was the empire.
He says that the coming of these two holidays together is just another reason to be thankful.
And I'm sure in people's homes, every Jewish home is going to be noting the fact that, that this is a Thanksgiving feast, and here we are lighting the Hanukkah candles.
One thing that this holiday does share is their celebration of tradition and delicious food. And of course, what would Hanukkah be without all of the fun games and songs?
And this is a space-age dreidel, which is very, very different. And it lands on a side, and we use that to bet coins.
Samantha Galvez, News 13, Hazleton.